And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen somebody strike a pose and you're just looking at them, wondering what are they doing? Is it yoga? Is it a warrior? What are they doing? Today we're going to try to figure that out. We're going to play a game called Strike a Pose from R&R Games. Plays from 3 to 14 players in about 30 to 45 minutes. This is sort of a spin-off of their very popular game, Time's Up, that I have. It was an optional 4th round where you could freeze and have people do, guess who they are. But this kind of revamps that and streamlines it and makes it a more of a full game. Let me show you how it's played. I'm actually going to show you a live footage that I took of me seeing everybody doing this, and it's a different perspective than you're used to seeing in some normal overviews. Let's go check this game out, and I'll see you on the other side. In Strike a Pose, when you're playing from 3 to 7 players, we have the cards here. We have some black purple and some white purple. These are simply just numbered 1 through 7. There's going to be one player called the Collector. He's going to take these white purple cards, take them with them, and leave the room. Once they've left the room, somebody will take a pile. They'll take one card out, and it will have a category in it. This one says Disney. These cards will then be randomly given out to the players that are left. Each one of these players will look at the number. If I'm this, I'd be number 6. I have to be Robin Hood. The other person maybe has to be the Beast, and so on and so forth. You'd get one of these cards. You would then place that card in front of you face down. So if this was me, I'd be Captain Hook. I would place it face down in front of me close to where I am. And once we all know who we are, we would freeze, and we would make a pose that best describes who we are, and we would freeze. We can't move, we can't say anything. Then we would call the other person in the room. The other person is going to come in the room, they're going to look at this card, they're going to see what the possible, they're going to look at the category, see what the possible answers are, and they're going to look around and they're going to assign one of these. They're going to assign the numbers right on top of the card like that, and as soon as they play that card, this person doesn't have to freeze anymore. They can move, but they don't turn the card over. Once every black purple card that's out there for a person has a white card, we then stop, we flip them over, and we see how many they have right or wrong, and we laugh very loud. Now if they guessed your card right, so if the player actually picked number 2 for this, or actually number 3, let's say did that, like this, then the player who got it, who was the actor or the one frozen, would get 2 points. Every person that got guessed gets 2 points. The guesser or the collector gets 1 point for everyone they get right, and an additional point if they get all of them right. Now, the best way to show you how this feels is not to talk about it and tell you how it's played, is actually to show you around. So I played this with my family last weekend. Here's a look of what it might look like, me coming through the door as the collector, looking at all these crazy stone people.
Hey!
Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like. They are all stone. Okay, let's see. We have feelings: unhappiness, fear, joy, surprise, anger, dream, and shame. Okay, so that's definitely surprise. So I'd come here, and I'm going to put 4 on his, and he can now stay still. He doesn't say anything. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, gosh. I think he looks... Jeez. Ooh, I don't know. She looks like joy. Let's do joy for hers. So I'll put that there. Oh, that one looks like
Your wife.
unhappiness. So we're gonna put that on hers. I don't know which one that is. All right, that's what it would look like. Then we flip them over and count the points. Now, if you're playing with 8 to 14 people, we have a purple and a yellow category. Same thing goes. We just pass out the black cards, purple and we shuffle them up, we give them to the people. The collector gets to walk away with both of these. And then we take 2 category cards and we know which one is purple, which one's yellow. So when they come out, they'll see some yellow cards down, they'll see some purple cards down in front of people, and at least they know which category that person is from, and they can try to figure it out. And that's how you play it with up to 14 people. And let's just show you something like categories. Time. So you can look at the different things that you might have to be there. Time warp would probably be an interesting one. Smurfs, handy, baby, greedy, clockwork, wild. That'd be dopey. That'd be kind of fun. Papa. The farm, milking a cow, plowing the field, baling hay. So as you can see, some of these are going to be very funny when you show up and you see people just frozen there. Different superheroes. There's all different categories. There's a ton of cards in here for sure. And so at the end, again, I told you how you score each round. So let's say you basically do it so everybody is the collector once. So at the end of the round, in this case, we had 6 players. So at the end of the 6th round, we add up the points. And if you have a tie, you have a tie-off, or these 2 people would essentially get to be this. And we continue that until one of these 2 people wins. And that's essentially how the game's played. All right, well, there's Strike a Pose. I hope you enjoyed that first-person perspective of me going to walking in from into the kitchen table and seeing all these people staring at me frozen. It is quite a unique experience when you walk in the room, everyone's just looking at you like, it's just fun. The game's good. It is a lot of fun. I played the 4th round in Time's Up before, and when I heard Strike a Pose was coming out, I was like, I don't know. That 4th round, it's okay, but it's not that fun. But usually probably because it's at the end of the game, you've already been playing for an hour, your brain already hurts. But this is fresh. I like how they give you, really what made this a lot more streamlined, a lot better than just the 4th round in Time's Up, is, you know, you have the category card, but the other person gets this, the guesser gets to see what the possible people are or the things are that you are trying to be. And that's really cool because sometimes you'll look at people and like some of them are similar and you're trying to figure it out. I don't know. I thought it was fun. It's a good game, good icebreaker game, good party game. This is one I'm going to keep for sure because it is fun. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be because that 4th round in Time's Up I didn't like too much, but I'm glad they put some more thought into it, put some more development into it, and it does warrant itself being its own game because it is quite different from Time's Up. You don't have to think as much. It's easier to play with kids. It is a lot of fun. Strike a Pose.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.